everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're going to be putting together this card that I made. It is a one-layer card and it is a very simple card to make. Like I said, it's one layer, so there's no popping up or having to worry about die cutting or anything like that. It is all just stamping, heat embossing, and doing a little bit of coloring using some distress inks. And I really like the color combination that I used for this one, and I really think I'm going to have to figure out another way to use this color set. And as you'll see, I started off with one set of distress inks that I just was not happy with. So instead of telling you about it, why don't I just go ahead and show you? I know that most of y'all know how heat embossing works, but for those who don't, use Versamark, which is a clear sticky ink, on your stamp to get the embossing powder to stick to. I'm using clear heat embossing powder here from Ranger on some Neenah Solar White 110 pound cardstock, because I figured I could just do this straight on top of the card. I'm going to use Squeezed Lemonade, Twisted Citron, and Salty Ocean Distress inks to do this beautiful front of the card, sort of. I didn't like how these colors worked. I felt like the Salty Ocean was maybe a little too dark, and the Twisted Citron and Squeezed Lemonade it didn't work the way I wanted it to, so I decided to go ahead and scrap that, especially whenever the front of that Neenah Solar White paper started to warp, and I'm gonna do it again. So on this one I'm using, again, the Versamark ink to stamp and heat emboss with, and once again using clear embossing powder, but I'm stamping onto watercolor paper this time so that way it will absorb the moisture way better. I've heat embossed that, and then I'm going to use 4 colors of distress ink, and those are Seedless Preserves, Wilted Violet, Salty Ocean, and Blueprint Sketch. So I'm just smooshing the ink down onto that acetate sheet to kind of then smoosh it onto the watercolor paper. Now some of the colors did get a little bit more color on there than I wanted to, and I just used a paper towel to soak that color back up. And as you can see, I'm overlapping the colors so that way each color kind of blends into the next one. I'm also going to do a little bit of ink splattering, and oh my gosh, it went absolutely everywhere. It was a mess, but thankfully it all comes up with water. Then I did a little bit of sprinkling of just clean water and pulling that up to give some good water spots. I bet y'all have never seen that before on any other card video ever. Just kidding, guys. That seems to be all of the rage right now, is to do that. I'm now going to stamp this thanks stamp. Both of the stamps that I'm using for this card are from Close to My Heart. I will list those stamps down in the description below, so if you want these stamps, make sure to go check them out. I'm also going to use some VersaFine, I think I said that right, Onyx Black ink to go ahead and stamp this, and it wasn't filled in, and I felt like that thanks was getting lost in the ink splatters, so I decided to go ahead and use a Sharpie just to go ahead and fill in the rest of the stamp that wasn't stamped. It was kind of losing itself on this card front, and darkening up the centers of those letters made it 10 times better. So I'm just using that Sharpie to fill in the letters. This card would be easy to duplicate over and over again. You just have to get those distress ink colors, and maybe you want to change things up by using different distress ink colors on each different card. That would be great to do, and the ink smooshing technique is so incredibly easy and lots of fun to do. It does go a little bit crazy. I didn't expect it to come out like this. Every time you do it, you're going to get a new and organic feel, which is awesome, but it can be a little bit hard for us control freaks. But once you surrender to the ink smooshing, it works out great. I'm going to put up in the iCards a couple of videos that link to some ink smooshing techniques, mostly from Laura Bassett, because she's one of my favorite card makers here on YouTube, but Christina Warner does some. I'll try to put some up there for you to check out, so make sure to go check out those videos. And don't forget also, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you liked my video today, and then we'll hopefully share it across YouTube land. You can also subscribe to my channel. Hit that red button down below that says subscribe to my YouTube channel, and get great updates every time I post a new video. Also, get social with me on my social media links. Those include Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I'm missing something again. Whatever. Periscope. Did I say that one already? Y'all know what to do. It's down in the description. Make sure to go check all of those out. Sometimes I put exclusive content on one social media platform and I don't post it on another. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day, and remember, keep it off kilter. Bye!